Hello and welcome to Knights at the Game Table. I'm Adam, and I'll be your announcer tonight. We're here playing at Dragon's Lair, where Kevin's Harlequins are trying to upstage Dakota's new Chaos Knights. It's agile actors versus chaotic machines. Who's gonna win? Watch the episode to find out. Don't forget, you can be entered into our monthly draw to win a start collecting box of your choice by simply sharing this video and commenting down below to let us know that you've done that. So while you're working on that, we'll get the game started.
Roll up for the greatest show in the galaxy. Tonight, the Harlequins of the Dreaming Shadow will be performing for you. We have a battalion with 3 troops, a troop master, and a shadow seer. Also performing tonight, the amazing, death-defying Sky Weavers, 4 jetbikes with haywire cannons. Alongside them is that devastating freak show from the dark streets of Kamara, the Prophets of Flesh. They're brought 2 homunculi, one wearing the mysterious vexating mask, and 3 units of their deformed, hideous racks. Watch as they divine the future by tearing their victims limb from limb and reading the future in their pain. Is this show PG-13? Because that sounds awful.
Today, I'm bringing the pain. I'm bringing Chaos Knights for the first time ever, really. It's gonna be brutal. I'm bringing 1 big knight with close combat weapons, and I'm bringing 4 war dogs with melta-guns and chain cleavers.
First up on the bill tonight will be the Prophets of Flesh, who will take the front lines and absorb the oncoming onslaught of the Chaos Knights. Following up behind them, the troops of the Dreaming Shadow will stand ready to pounce and leap acrobatically across the battlefield.
I'm gonna deploy close and nasty. I'm gonna get as close as I possibly can so that first turn I can get in and I can rip and tear.
The devastating firepower of the Dreaming Shadow will be laying waste to knights between their fusion pistols and haywire cannons. We'll be looking to scrap as many of them as early in the show as possible for your edification.
My advantage over Kevin is that I'm a mean machine. I got minimum toughness 7 and 12 wounds. That's my smallest thing. Stomp these clowns.
As well rehearsed as this show is, we are concerned that the Chaos Knights will close too soon, and especially should they capture the Sky Weavers in their rending claws.
I'm a little concerned about the fusion pistols and the haywire blasters. Haywire's not a good thing for me because it's mortal wounds, and well, it's pistols that are melta-guns are also kind of a bad thing, and they could kind of put the hurt on me, but I ain't too worried about it.
Dakota, tonight we'll be showing you the difference between a spectacle and a performance.
Kevin, we're sick of your stupid voices and we're gonna take you down a notch.
Today's mission is Kill Confirmed, a Maelstrom of War mission from Chapter Approved 2017. Each player generates their tactical objectives, up to 3 total each turn. For any objective that requires the destruction of units, it cannot be discarded until it is completed, unless it is impossible to complete. There will be additional points for no quarter given, which is a point for every unit destroyed. In addition, there are points for Slay the Enemy Warlord, First Strike, and Line Breaker. This is a full army deployment mission, and since Dakota finished deploying first, he will get +1 to the initiative roll for the first turn.
And now the Harlequins will attempt to seize the initiative,
Don't you do it.
but graciously allow their opponents to go first.
For Dakota's first turn, he generated Secure Objective 3, which should be a pretty easy grab. Priority Orders received, which allows Dakota's Warlord to try to score psychological warfare, pretty difficult with the minimum strength Harlequins, and no prisoners, which should be easy to score.
I decided to play pretty aggressively. I went ahead and I moved my armigers up to get them a little closer. Unfortunately, they can't quite see the bikes that are hiding in those ruins, but they can see some other stuff, so it's okay. I had my other armigers move up onto Objective 3 so I could maybe score that, and I went ahead and advanced my Warlord, my big Chaos Knight, in order to get him a little closer so I can use full tilt and hopefully get that turn 1 charge and start racking up a body count. And on to the shooting phase. These two, he's gonna start, and he's gonna fire into the squad of racks. All right, so here's 3 shots from the heavy stubber, hitting on 3s. Oh my God, missing all of those. All right, well, hopefully the melta works a little better. D3 shots for 3, and hitting you on 3s for 2 hits. The epitome of overkill, wounding you on 2s for 1 wound.
4 up invulnerable. No. Damage?
D6. So 5? Can you make 5?
I can make 3. It's not enough. We're going to lose 1.
Next night, going over and down the line a little bit more. 3 shots, hitting on 3s, 3 hits, strength 4, but your toughness 5. So this is actually gonna wound you on 5s for 1 wound at AP nil. So.
Right. Still the 4 up invulnerable. No.
1 damage.
6 up feel no pain. No. You're off the stage.
D3 melta shots for 2. Looking for 3s, 2 hits. Looking for 3s again for wounds. Only 1 wound.
We've made the save.
All right, so let's start shooting at them from here. 3 heavy stubber shots. Looking for 3s, and looking for 3s again.
-1 to wound.
3s do not work, in which case it's 1 wound.
4 up. We're good.
Melta shots. 1, hitting on a 3, nothing. Next guy, same targets. Hitting on 3s, and wounding on 4s. 2 wounds, because of your shenanigans.
4 ups. And we have survived.
D3 melta shots, so just 2 hits. Oh, 1 wound, just 1.
And we have lost one of our valiant troopers.
So we're gonna go right onto the charge phase.
Very well, you've got a 6-inch charge here.
He's gonna charge into the squad of racks for exactly what I needed. When he charges in on a 4-up unit he's within an inch of, takes D3 mortal wounds. 4 up.
You got a dice.
Oh, I do? So it goes off, D3 mortal wounds for 1.
We lose a rack.
Because he's my warlord, so he's iconoclast household, they get +1 attack on the charging, and his warlord trait gives him an extra attack, so it actually puts him up to 7 attacks base, or 21 stomps.
21.
He's actually weapon skill 2, so he's gonna be hitting you on 2s. Okay, it looks like most, all but 2 hit. Strength 8, so it's gonna wound you on 3s. 16 wounds.
That is at least 4 failures. These racks have performed their last.
At the end of the phase, he'd get a 3-inch pylon towards the nearest enemy unit. I'm not actually too worried about that, so I'll just stay put, and that's it.
At the end of Dakota's turn, he has scored secure objective 3 and no prisoners for 1 point each. And he discarded priority orders received psychological warfare. Dakota also scored a point for each first strike and no quarter given. The score is 4-0 in Dakota's favor. Kevin's first 3 tactical objectives generated are Mission Control Objective 6, quite the hike across the field for him unfortunately, No Prisoners, which will be more possible in later turns, and Secure Objective 1, a pretty easy grab for him this turn.
Thus far, things have not gone according to the script, and the enormous Chaos Knight, the largest in his army, has made our front lines already. Therefore, we have decided to take a fight straight to the foe, and we've brought all 3 troops into close proximity. Meanwhile, the Skyweavers are taking up positions on it. Meanwhile, the remaining racks are heading off to perform on objective marker 1. And now for you, feats of psychic mentalism and the impossible. Firstly, the devastating smite, which is devastating on a pair of 6s. The Shadow Seer will perform for you the navigation of the perils of the warp and take 2 mortal wounds, down to 3. And now for the amazing smite.
Oh, sweet, all right,
2
cool.
into 1.
So he's down to 23 wounds.
Now we'll attempt for you the Mirror of Minds. Looking for a 7. We are successful. For 1 mortal wound. Now time for the shooting phase. Let us begin with the haywire cannons. Attempt to light up this knight. 13 shots, hitting on 3s. We wound on 6s, but we do mortal wounds on a 4-up. 5 and a D3. 6 mortal wounds.
That hurts.
And a save at AP -1.
Oh, AP -1 save, so 4 up. I will make it. But I still will take, what you said, 6? 6 mortal wounds?
Yep.
Yikes, so.
And now my troops will be firing all of their pistols into your knight.
And in response to that, I'm going to go ahead and spend 1 CP and rotate my ion shields.
So I'm going to roll all these together, even though the troops are separate. First of all, we have the fusion pistols that are within 3 inches. There are 4 of them. Only 2 hits. Wounding on 4s. Oh.
Ouch.
Now we have the fusion pistols outside 3 inches.
Oh, God.
They all hit.
No, no.
Wounding on 4s. 2 saves.
All right.
4 up.
On a 4 up, because I rotated my ion shields. I will pass both.
And then 4 shuriken pistols. Nothing. Well, that was disappointing.
You did do 6 mortals. It's not nothing.
And now the Shadow Seer's misstaff succeeds for 3 mortal wounds.
Yikes. Okay. All right.
And the Troopmaster's shuriken pistol misses.
Concluding Kevin's turn, he has scored Secure Objective 1 for 1 point, and he discarded Mission Critical Objective 6. Dakota still has the edge with 4 to 1. In our first battle round, we witnessed the Chaos Knights charge across the battlefield at a terrifying speed, and a spectacular perils of the warp from the Harlequins. The Knights took a lot of mortal wounds heading into the second round. Dakota generated 3 new objectives for turn 2. Secure Objective 2, which will require some clearing of the Drukhari, No Prisoners, which will combo nicely with getting to Objective 2, and Scour the Skies, which puts an even larger target on Kevin's Skyweavers.
In my movement phase, I'm just trying to close the distance a little further and start really chopping some stuff up. I moved both these armigers a little closer so they might be able to assault over here, but still have a little bit of line of sight to the bikes over there because I need to get rid of them. I went ahead and I had my knights step over the Harlequins because they're knights and they can do that. So in addition, I moved my 2 armigers up here so they can shoot at the bikes and still charge the Harlequins. Hopefully we'll be able to mulch them up enough to where we can wipe it out enough stuff to really get a lot of points here for No Prisoners. All right, he's going to shoot into the bikes. He's going to shoot his heavy stubber into the Harleys, and we'll do the. It's basically it's 3 crack missiles by any other name.
I will pay 2 command points for lightning fast reactions to give the Skyweavers an additional -1 to be hit.
Well, that's unfortunate, but let's see if we can get lucky. So here, sir, for you, are 3 crack missiles, the Storm Spear rocket pod. All 3 of these are gonna hit, just watch. Okay, I will lie, they didn't, but 1 did hit. All right, so your toughness 4. So it will wound you on 2s. It wounds, well, invul save, it's AP
Looking for
-2.
4.
Oh,
We're good.
that would have totally mulched a bike too. Heavy stubber into the middle squad of Harlequins?
Yep.
Yeah, that's like, they're like, okay, yeah, middle squad of Harlequins. Let's do that. So we're looking for 3s. 3 hits. So we -1 to wound though, so it's only gonna wound you on 4s. Not for nothing. And it totally mattered. It totally was relevant. It was absolutely relevant. We'll go over here, heavy stubbers in the middle, melt-a-gun over there. Let's start with the stubbers on the middle squad. Looking for 3s. And 4s. 1 wound at AP nil.
It's a 4.
Ah, stop it. Melt a cannon. So it's D3 shots for 2. Perfectly average. And looking for
5s.
Oh yeah, that's right. 5s to hit you. Yikes. 1 hit. And no wound. Oh, gross. All right. This night. Same thing. So, yeah, stubbers in the middle, melt-a-guns over there. Okay, well, all right, they all hit in the middle, but I need to roll 4s like that again. And I literally do. So 3 wounds on the middle Harleys, and you will fail 2 of those. Okay.
Okay. As the Dreaming Shadow are somber sentinels, they will fire their pistols as they die on 4-ups.
Oh God, I forgot about that.
On 3-ups, due to the proximity of the Troopmaster.
No!
That's 2.
Stop it.
So let's put 2 fusion shots into... we'll go for the large knight.
No.
Hitting on 3s. A calamity.
Last set of cannons from this guy over yonder. Looking for D3, 1 shot. Hitting on a 5. Hits. wounding on not a 1. Nothing wounds on a 1. This guy, he's gonna shoot at them too. So we'll go ahead and we'll put, Stubbers here, Melt-A-Guns there. So here's 3 heavy stubber shots into those 3 wrecks. Getting 2 hits, wounding you on 5s, because your toughness 5, because you're pretty beefy. 1 wound on the wrecks. Feel no pain?
For 6. Nope. 1 down.
Number of melted cannon shots at the bikes. God, I gotta get rid of a couple of these guys. They're just, oh, okay, well, I'll get 3 shots, so here's my chance to get 3 hits and 3 wounds. I will get 2 hits, that's okay. Now, can I actually wound them? Can I stop rolling 1s on the wounds? I can, and I wound them. All right, 2 wounds, but you'll probably make your saves. No.
No, again.
So it'll be 2d6, pick the highest. Come on, I need at least 3s here. All right, so that will get 1 bike, and the second one will also melt.
Once again, the Somber Sentinels will unleash their firepower into the largest knight.
No!
2d6 haywire shots, 8.
Stop it. Hey, that's a little above average. That's pretty good.
Looking for 3s. 4 ups and mortals. 1 mortal wound plus 4 mortal wounds plus a save at -1.
Oh my god. All right, so I'll fail the save. Well, that's going to knock me down to my middle tier for sure. We'll do his shooting. So Stubbers into the squad he's pretty much standing next to, and then Melt-A-Guns, same target.
Yep.
So Stubber shots, only 1, but it does wound.
Saved.
Ooh-wee. All right. And D3, Melt-A-Shots into those bikes. Got to get rid of them for 3. Okay, here we go again. Let's do it. Need 5s.
Oh.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start with this guy. So I'm going to go ahead and try to declare charge at the homunculus, and I guess this squad too, just as a backup, so I'm not just standing there.
Face the might of the splinter pistol. No.
Let's see. Does he go the distance? Does he go for? Yes, he does. He most certainly does. So I can put him right there. This Armiger, he'll just charge into both these squads.
None of them have guns. So.
Oh, okay. So does he make it? Well, he should make it to at least one of them. 5. Actually, he can make it to both because this guy's kind of trailing off. So let's do let's charge him in, multi-assault. And I guess that's your warlord, right?
Shadow Seer, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll, with that and the Shadow Seer.
Very well. Shadow Seer shall fire her mist off. It's on 2 hits. Needs to get like a 10 or something. No,
Yeah.
not an 8. And then 4 fusion pistols from the troop. 1 hit, looking for a 4. No. And there's a splinter pistol. Shuriken pistol, which misses.
All right, so let's charge him in.
You're in.
All right. So I'll just scoot him over to here, and this guy will charge in. It looks like I can only charge the front squad, so.
Yeah, fusion. 1 hit.
Oh.
Wounds on 3.
Yep.
Does wound.
Uh-oh.
Save at -4, I think.
5 up in bull. Yeah. Oh, I fail it. So that's
And your, which guy's charging?
him.
D6 damage from the fusion pistol for 4 wounds onto this here war dog.
All right, does he make it in? He will. Rolled a 7, which is exactly average. And now he'll charge into that same squad, but it looks like, yeah, no, he'll just charge in. They're already locked in, so he will make it. So it's a little scary, this close combat, because he's going to get to shoot me with fusion pistols the whole way through, even when I kill his stuff. So let's go ahead and start with the biggest, stompiest thing, just because it could be the first to go, depending on how things shake out. All right, so I'm going to put 9 attacks into his Shadow Seer. I have a total of 21. I can divvy him up 3 at a time with my stomp attacks. But I'm going to put 9 into the Shadow Seer because it is his warlord, and I want to get rid of it. And it's also a psyker, and it's been hitting me with mortal wounds almost as much as the bikes. All right, so here we go. I am hitting on 3s, though. All right. Now he has -1 to be wounded, so it does mean he's wounding him on 3s. Well, that doesn't matter, there's 1 there, so that's 3 wounds at your invul save.
4 ups to save this guy.
Oh, no.
Only one goes through.
Well, let's see. D3
Damage.
for 1. Okay, so I mean, I still got a good number of attacks. I'm still putting 12 attacks into his regular dudes. It's not too bad. So let's do it. Let's roll it out. 12 attacks. Hitting on 3s. And I'm wounding you on 3s because of your shenanigans. So I'm only actually going to do 3 wounds to them. That's not great.
4 ups. 1 save, 2 dead. So we have 2 troops to die. They're going to fire their weapons on a 3-up. One of them fires. It's firing a fusion pistol into the large knight, hits on a 3. Wounds on a 4. Bah.
So my war dog over here on this side is going to use his chain sweep, which will double his attacks. He got +1 on the charge, so he had 5 attacks base, and it doubles to 10 at its strength, so strength 6. Just doing 1 damage though. So 3s. Normally I'd be wounding you on 2s, but it's only going to be wounding you on 3s. 4 wounds.
4 ups. Made 3.
Oh wow, okay.
1 survives. We shall lose the one with the shuriken pistol. He does not fire.
And now my next war dog that's in combat with that same unit is going to do it again. So let's roll it out. Oh wait, 7 hits. Sorry. I wish that was wounds. 3s again. 5 wounds on him.
4 ups. We have failed 4. That troop is no more. They will fire their pistols on 3s. 2 shots. 1 on each. So a pistol on the wounded war dog, hitting on a 3. Wounding on a 3. 5 up.
5 up invulnerable. Let's see it. All right, well, nope.
6 damage.
There it is. It finally happened. That's it. All right, so he goes down to 2. I'm pretty sure he's on his lowest bracket.
The other player. 3. Yes. 3. Yes. 5 up.
5 up invulnerable. Let's see it. Come on, you son of a... All right.
4 wounds.
Now he's down to 8.
And the Harlequins clear the stage.
All right, so now my war dog over here is going to swing into his homunculus. I need 3s here. I need it bad. I need this guy gone. All right, so I'm going to swing in. I'm going to use my stronger attack profile. It's got less attacks, but it hits a lot harder. And we're going to be fighting over here, punching into the homunculus, looking for 3s, and wounding you on 2s though. So 3 wounds.
Looking for 4s. Oh, 1 goes through.
Flat 3 damage.
Flat 3 damage puts him on 2. Because the Vexator Mask confuses the knight, he will fight last, and now it will be my turn for my performers to perform their attacks. Firstly, both groups of racks over here will attack with their poisoned weapons into the unfortunately unpoisonable knight. Hitting on 3s. Poison wounds only on 6s. 1 save, AP 0.
All right. 3 up armor save. Can he make it? Yes, he can.
Homunculus versus knight. Hitting on 3s. 2s. Hitting on 2s. But only wounding on 6s. 2 saves on your armor.
2 saves on my armor. Looking for 3s. I will fail 1, make 1. Down to 11.
Against the large knight, we have the Caress. All hit. Wounding on 3s and re-rolling. No, 4 saves is -2.
Really? Oh, okay. So 5s, all right. Oh, I'm gonna fail all those. Who's this on?
Big knight.
Oh God, all right. Yikes. 4 wounds. So he is down to 4.
And now comes the Harlequin's kiss. Can we finish him off? Unlikely, given that we missed with 3 of those.
Wow.
4 re-rolling. No. Finally, your knight, having recovered from his confusion, may act.
All right. So I need to just like be thorough here. So I'm just gonna sweep attacks. I'm gonna do my sweep attacks, and I'm putting them into those last 2 guys. I need another unit dead. All right. Here we go. 10 attacks. Looking for 3s. Okay. And 3s. If I don't kill these 2 dudes, I'm gonna be very upset. All right, so, wow, I may actually not. So, 4 wounds.
4 ups. I paid 2 of them.
Oh, come on. Don't you make those feel no pains.
Damage is
1. So, a 6 and it's, okay.
This unit of Rex are up. So the rearmost troop will flee on a 6. They do not.
Dakota scored for a second turn, no prisoners for 1 point, and 2 points for no quarter given, bringing the score to Dakota's 7 to Kevin's 1. In his second turn, Kevin has left over no prisoners, and has generated secure objective 6, not likely being half the battlefield away, and behind enemy lines, which, like objective 6, is also not very likely.
In my movement phase, the Skyweavers have taken literally to the skies and occupied the top floor of this ruin. The Shadow Seer has fallen back from combat as far as he can, still remaining closest to the enormous Nurgle Knight. These 2 brave players have fallen back from combat with the largest Nurgle Knight, and these 3 players have vaulted over the heads of these war dogs, closing in on the weakest. Finally, over here, the Homunculi and the Rax have remained in combat with their respective war dogs, but the 3 Homunculi has moved closer to the war dog near objective 2. Time for the psychic phase, and we will begin by manifesting a smite into the enormous Nurgle Knight. That's an 8. We are successful for 2 mortal wounds, putting the knight to 2. Now we will attempt Mirror of Mind. To finish it off, looking for a 7. We succeed on an 8. 2 mortal wounds to the enormous knight.
I want to blow him up, but I also realize if I do that, I have a very high chance of killing 2 Harlequins and crippling 2 Armigers with mortal wounds, so I have changed my game plan. It's not quite worth it, so I think I'm just going to leave it be and roll a dice. If it happens on a 6, it just happens, but I am not going to try to explode. Okay, the knight is dead. That's also my warlord.
Let us fire the Shadow Seer's Mistaff into the wounded Warhound. His leadership is...
Should be 8.
8. So hitting on a 2, hits, looking to beat an 8 on 2d6. That is an 11.
Oh my God.
He takes...
No.
2 mortal wounds.
He dies. On a 6, he also explodes. So let's see. He does not. Sad face.
These 3 fusion pistols into this knight. 2 are in melt range.
I will spend 1 CP and I will rotate my ion shields.
Melter range. Both hit. Wounding on 3s. Both wound. 2 4-ups.
All right. Make 1, fail 1.
6.
Oh, so not fun.
And outside of melter range, hits, wounds, 5.
Explode on a 6. Let's see it. Come on.
Come on! Oh, so close.
Damn it.
It would have been a fantastic spectacle.
I know.
Let's try and charge the Troop Master into this Orglaive in combat. I need an 8. It's only a 6. He does not make it. Homunculus into War Dog.
Oh, okay.
Hits. No wounds. And Rax into War Dog. All hit. Oof. 1 save on your armor.
Hey, you got it. All right. 3 up. He'll take the wound. The poison's working. All right. Well, now my attack's back, not for nothing. He's gonna put his attacks in here. I am gonna do the thing that doubles them because he's only got 2 wounds, so I just want to try to get attacks through. I'm looking for 3s. Rolling way too many 1s and 2s for my liking. Weapon skill 3 is supposed to be pretty good, damn it. All right, and 3s again. Oh my, you have got to be kidding. 1 wound.
Looking for 4. No.
Oh, maybe I should have tried to re-roll one of those.
I've not made the save, so...
He takes, it's just 1 wound. Now his attacks into them. Hopefully he does a little better. So 10 sweep attacks into those dudesmen. Looking for 3s. 4, wow, all right. And looking for 3s. 2. Not in my life have I seen such terrible.
Save them both.
Finishing off his second turn, Kevin scored no prisoners for 1 point and no quarter given for 3 points. The score is now 7-5 in Dakota's favor. At the start of his third turn, Dakota carries over Secure Objective 2 and Scour the Skies. He also generated Defend Objective 4, which is across the battlefield from his remaining knights.
I don't want to leave combat. I can't get anywhere terribly important. I'm just going to have to roll dice in combat phase. Hopefully I get a little more traction there. So let's start over here on the homunculus.
For what it's worth, I will make him fight last. Fight over here.
Yeah, let's do the fight over there then. So 3s. Okay, that's better. And looking for 3s on that chain sweep action. 5 wounds, that's not too bad. If you fail all of them, I'm in good shape. You don't.
I failed 3 of them.
You do fail 3.
Looking to feel no pain. No. 3 are dead.
Yay.
Time for the poison attacks back. Nothing. And then the homunculus over here, getting him what he can while he can. Nothing. We failed Poison the Knights once again.
It's been a very ineffectual combat over there lately. This whole side of the table's just been kind of putzing around. So let's see. So 3s. Oh no. No. We're not doing this again. 4 miss. 3s again. Come on. Okay. So we got 3 wounds. This should do it.
Looking for 4s. Oh, I've failed 2. Can I feel no pain? No, I cannot. The homunculus is finished.
At the end of Dakota's third turn, he scored Secure Objective 2 and no quarter given for 1 point each, bringing Dakota up to 9 victory points to Kevin's 5. Starting off Kevin's turn 3, he carries over Secure Objective 6 and behind enemy lines from last turn, and he also generated no prisoners, which with only 2 knights left should be easily gained.
In my movement phase, the Skyweavers have started to advance towards the back of the field, with knights taking Objective 6 later. The remaining Harlequins have closed in on this War Dog, who is now not in combat. The Shadow Seer has just adjusted himself on the backfield to stay nice and safe, and the Troop Master has moved in between the 2 War Dogs. The remaining racks are still in combat with the War Dog and the Crater. Now for the Psychic phase, and we will begin as ever with a Smite. On a 7, 3 mortal wounds into the War Dog.
So he's down to 8 wounds remaining.
Mirror of Minds. Succeeds on a 9. 1 mortal wound and -1 leadership.
Alrighty, down to 7 wounds on the War Pup. Spider.
To the shooting phase, we'll begin with the Misstaff. So hit on a 2, hits. So yeah, wounds on a 7. 3 mortal wounds.
Oh my gosh.
We have a single fusion pistol that can fire. For the others advanced, he hits. He wounds.
All right. In response to Kevin shooting at me with those fusion pistols, I'm going to rotate my ion shields. 1-4 up to bind them all. No, oh my gosh, and I cannot CP reroll that, so you just have to roll really, really low here. Snake eyes if you would.
I'm not in melter range though, so
Yay.
2 wounds.
Down to 2 wounds remaining.
And we have the Skyweavers still, so they're going to fire their haywires and see if they can finish him off with their 5 shots, hitting on 3s. Only 1 hit. And does not wound. 2 shuriken pistols we can still try and put into that knight.
Do it.
They both hit. No, wait, we've only got 1. Sorry. We have 1 shuriken pistol we can still put into the knight. It does not hit. And also a stinger pistol. Hits. Does not wound. Time for the charge phase, and we will charge in the Vexator Mask Homunculus into this knight. You may fire your Overwatch.
So let's start with the Heavy Stubbers, looking for 6s. Getting 1, 6. It's gonna wound you. AP deal, so you're in, Bull.
No save.
Got him. Now for the one that would actually be nice if it hits and wounds, D3 Melt-A-Gun shots. For 2, let's see a 6 here. Nothing.
No. Okay. And we've made the charge. Now we shall charge in these 2 Harlequins. Need a 4. We're good.
All right.
Charge the Troop Master into the combat over here with the other War Dog. Needs a 4. He's got a 4.
No.
And let's charge this troop into the same combat. They need a 6. A good and a 9. Vexator Mask nominates the Wardog ready in combat to fight last on the matters, I don't think. And let's fight here with... No, let's fight with the Troop Master, actually, so we can pile him in a bit further out of harm's way. The Troop Master has the legendary Storied Sword. He will hit on 2s. And he will reroll failed hit rolls. He's strength 4, so he'll wound on 3s, and he will reroll failed wound rolls. That's 5 at -3.
All right, 5 at -3, which puts me to a 6-up save. 6-up saves, let's see them. Rolling hot. I will make one.
4d3.
4d.
Oh, 12.
After that roll, I feel like the dice god should favor me a little here and just have him explode, just for a little something. Go.
Come on, Dakota. Oh.
It was so close. It would have been so great. I cannot. Honestly, I did not expect the Troop Master to be able to do that.
All right, let's see if we can do it. Let's go for the kiss. 3 hits. Wounding on 3s. No, wounding on 5s. Apologies. Though that's still 2.
Yes.
2 at -1.
Looking for 4s here. I'll make one, fail one. Please tell me it's not D3.
It is D3.
One.
Only 1.
Down to 1.
We still have the embrace.
Stop it.
2 hits. Again, wounding on 5s. It's a save at -2.
5-up save. You know, I gotta start rolling saves. I've been failing so many saves. Well, okay, does he at least explode? Can we at least end this on a fun note? I've failed the save. I mean, not once. Wow. All those knights, not a single one has exploded. I'm actually more disappointed about that than being tabled.
Not a bang, but a whimper, Dakota. Excellent performance. I'm sorry, the dice gods did not favor you.
No, they did not. A very unfortunate defeat on my part. I was coming in pretty hot, and I was pretty excited, but things did not pan out. There were a couple pretty crucial moments where things just did not pan out like they were supposed to. A big one was not killing that Shadow Seer. Part of it was my fault. I should have realized just how much damage it was doing with mortal wounds, and I should have either just focused her down, just put all those stomp attacks into her, or just focused down a whole nother troop of Harlequins. Otherwise, my knights hung in there pretty well. It was just a couple of moments where I needed, you know, just to do a little bit better than I did. Like when I was trying to take objective 2, I just had to put a little more damage through, and I would have had a turn of shooting. I would have been able to shoot and charge something. I might have been able to get, you know, it was nearly just right near the end of the game. If I had killed that homunculus in combat on his turn, I would have had a turn to move him, get him closer to those bikes, put some melta shots into him, get a little further away from all those Harlequins, and I could have probably done a little bit better. And I got greedy in a couple points too, where I was trying to just get lots of, like, spread my attacks out way too much, try to get more kills and try to rack up a higher, you know, dead unit count when I should have been focusing more on making sure a unit actually just died in my combat phase. Beyond that though, sometimes it just comes down to dice rolls. Sometimes you roll hot, sometimes you don't. But I will come back next time, and I am going to get a win. I'm going to beat Kevin. I am going to beat Kevin one of these days. It's going to happen.
A magnificent performance by the Dreaming Shadow and their grotesque Drakari sideshow. The game did not start out according to the script. I did not want to get charged or engage with the enormous Nurgle Knight on the first turn. I was hoping to zip around and take out the War Dogs one by one, whittling down what Dakota had. Fortunately, the rolls went very much my way with the Skyweavers, and none of them died on the first turn, only 2 died on the second turn. Losing those earlier would, I think, have been critical and just not allowed me to have the mass of firepower I needed to start chewing my way through all those knights. I was quite relieved that the large knight didn't end up dying and exploding with a large number of troops around him, because the mortal wounds would have been devastating. Possibly Dakota could have looked for a way to force that, but as it was, I simply didn't kill him until I got to move quite a few units away. And he's not really going to try and kill his knight earlier, so perhaps that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Very happy with the alliance with the Prophets of Flesh coming in. They added a lot of very cheap, very durable troops. They overperformed tar pitting the War Dogs, buying me time to do some real work with the Harlequins, and I think that's definitely a great addition to the list.
What a performance! By comparison, the tiny Harlequins looked like they would be easily crushed by the evil Renegade Knights. But what a turnaround! The mortal wounds laid out by the Skyweavers and the Shadow Seer really put a hurt on Dakota's Knights. So tonight, the agile actors won the day. Hopefully Dakota's Renegade Knights won't have to spend too long in the warp before emerging again. If you want to learn some free tactics, painting tutorials, and more, check out our free guide in the description below. And if you want to see who's playing next week, check this out.
Next week on Knights at the Game Table, Tyranids versus Space Wolves.